Hello my dear students, this is Akash SD. Welcome to the ASD physics classes. Hope so you all are doing really great. So students, in this video we are going to learn about the basics of circular motion. We will learn what is the uniform circular motion, non-uniform circular motion, and the most important, we will see the centripetal acceleration derivation in a uniform circular motion. Okay, so watch the video till end. So here you can see the topic is what here, circular motion. So see here, in this motion, distance of the moving particle from a fixed point, what is fixed point is called here, center, remains constant. Is it? See here, the vector joining the fixed point to the particle is called a position vector, or which vector is there, very important name, a radial vector. So let's take for example, there is the one particle is moving in a circular path like this, now in a anti-clockwise direction, and let's take at any instant the particle is here. So we know very well this is the center of this circular path and the particle is here. So what is the statement is there? See, the vector joining the fixed point to the particle. So this is the fixed point O and the particle P. So this is called here what here? This is called here the position vector. And if in case this is the circular path, we can tell radial vector also. Okay. After that, remember that here instantaneous velocity is represented by the tangent here. Is it? So we can write here V. Is it? So this is the radial vector R, this is the velocity V is there. Is it? Because velocity is the vector quantity and instantaneous means what I have told you, we have to draw the tangent. Okay. After that, next one we are going to see here types of circular motion. First one, let's see here uniform circular motion here. Uniform circular motion, most of the time it will be in a horizontal plane. Vertical circular motion we will see later. Okay. So what is the first point is there? See, speed of particle is constant. What is constant here? Speed of particle is constant here. Is it? Let's see, for uniform circular motion I have taken this situation. So here what is happening at here, let's take I have taken here the particle is moving in a which situation, in a anti-clockwise direction like this here. Is it? The particle is keep on moving. So what is the instantaneous velocity? Remember that here at point A, this is the velocity A. At point B, velocity B. At point C, tangential direction VC. At point D, VD. Is it? And remember that here whenever the any particle will move in a circular path, what is needed here? Centripetal acceleration. For that we will do here the derivation also here, AC. Is it? Like this here. And as you know that speed is constant, so centripetal acceleration value will be also constant here. Is it? So we can see here, see, speed of particle is constant. That means we can tell here what VA is equal to VB is equal to VC or equal to VD. Is it? Or in a very basic way, what we have told that here, this speed is constant here. Is it? In a which motion? In a uniform circular motion is there. Is it? Next one, let's see here, direction of particle is a varying. Now you can see here VA, VB, VC, VD, now keep on direction is keep on changing, but what is constant? Speed is constant. So you know very well speed is constant and direction is keep on changing. Because of that, what will happen? There will be the change of velocity, and due to the change of velocity, what is there? There is the centripetal acceleration. And remember that here as of now, this centripetal acceleration value will be AC equal to V square by R. Okay, this we will prove also here. Is it? And here one thing we have to remember that here, see here, if in case we talk about here the dot product, so we know very well here vector A dot vector B means what here? AB cos theta. Yes or no? And if in case two vectors are perpendicular, then theta will be how much here? 90 degree. And for 90 degree, what will happen that here? This dot product will be 0 when this theta how much here? This theta is the 90 degree. Is it? So based upon that, some formula is there. Remember that here in uniform circular motion, you know very well this velocity and acceleration, they will make how much angle? 90 degree. That means if I write here the dot product of velocity and what is there? Acceleration is there. No? So this dot product will be how much here? 0. Remember that. Similarly, if we talk about here the radial vector, you know very well, like here, see, this is the radial vector and velocity anyhow tangent, and you know very well radius and tangent in a circle will always make how much angle? 90 degree. Is it? So remember that here also. If I write here the V dot R, so V dot R will be also perpendicular. That means how much will be there? 0. Is it? Great. So next one, let's see here which kind of motion is there. Non-uniform circular motion. So here what will happen that here, see the first point, speed of particle is not constant. Speed of particle is not constant. So let's take again, the particle is moving in a anti-clockwise direction, and let's see here the speeds. So speeds we can write here, see this is the speed, this is the VA. Let's take here VB, and here what is this, VC, and here you can see here VD. So here what is happening, when you will observe the length of the vectors for the velocities, you can see here small, then again increasing, again increasing, again increasing. That means speed is keep on increasing, is it? So as speed is not constant, what can I write here? Here in this situation I have told you like this here, VA, then like this here you can see here speed is keep on increasing, is it? So this kind of motion is called what? Non-uniform circular motion. And next one, say here, direction of particle is varying. Direction of particle is what here? Varying. In which path? Anyhow circular path is going on, yes or no? So in that situation also what will happen that here centripetal acceleration will definitely act, because any kind of circular motion is there, maybe uniform, maybe non-uniform. What will happen? Centripetal acceleration will be there. But you know very well, AC equal to V square by R. So in a uniform circular motion what will be there? This AC value magnitude wise, direction towards the center, but magnitude wise what will be there? Magnitude wise it will be constant here. Now in a uniform circular motion, but in a non-uniform circular motion what is happening? You know very well, this V is keep on changing. That means AC as a magnitude wise will not be constant. That means length of the arrows will be different here. Let's take here AC, and after that let's take here this is AC. You can see the length of the arrows will keep on increase here, is it? Where length of the arrow will be the minimum? Here at point A, because their speed is a minimum, is it? So let's see here, see this is the length of the arrow. I will just take here, see let's take here, see. So here we can tell here this is the AC. After that let's take here this is the AC. Here we can tell here, let's take this is the AC, and here somewhat maximum length will be there, is it? And this is the AC. You can see length of the arrow is not fixed. Why? Because magnitude of the acceleration is keep on changing, is it? So this is the centripetal acceleration formula. And what is this? In this motion, again I'm telling that here, this AC is equal to V square by R. This V is a variable. What is this? V is the variable, keep on changing. That means what is this AC? Magnitude wise, if I write here, magnitude wise it is not constant, okay, but the direction wise definitely towards the center, is it? So we have to remember this basic, very important is there, okay. Now after that, if we talk about here, as the speed is keep on changing, what will happen that here there will be one tangential acceleration will act along the direction of increasing velocity. So in our next video I will cover this, but remember that here this tangential acceleration will act in which direction? Like this here, in the direction of the velocity. And what is the value of this tangential acceleration for this? Remember that here this tangential acceleration is given by dv by dt. What is given by here? For the non-uniform circular motion, dv by dt. So the most important concept arises, what is the tangential acceleration in a uniform circular motion? Is there any change of velocity? No. That means if I write here tangential acceleration, what is the formula? d by dt. And this V, what is this V? This V is constant. That means in a uniform circular motion, tangential acceleration always how much here? 0. Remember that here, is it? So I hope so all these things are very clear to you, okay. Now after that, next one we will see here this one. What is this? Uniform circular motion. I have told you derivation. Let's see here. In this motion, centripetal acceleration acts on the particle due to the change of its direction. Due to change of the direction, centripetal acceleration. Due to the change of magnitude of the velocity, what we can tell here? Again, due to the change of direction, what is there? Centripetal acceleration. And when the speed is constant, uniform circular motion, tangential acceleration 0. But when the speed is keep on changing, like in a non-uniform circular motion, there will be the tangential acceleration. Okay, so let's see here that's proof here. See here. Let a particle moves in a circular path of radius r with constant speed v. speed and the radius of the particle at points A and B is shown in figure. Is it? So here you can see very well. Here I have taken here. This is point O. Here I have taken here point A. This is point B. Similarly here also I will take here. This is point A, point B. Okay. And later what will happen that here also point A, here also point B. Now let's draw here the radius vector. So let's take here. This one, and here also this is which vector? Radial vector is there. And after that if I write here the velocity, so see here, this is the velocity is there. Yes or no? So what can I write here? Remember that here, let's take here O to A, my radial vector is there. I am writing here R. Okay, and O to B, let's take, I am writing here my radial vector R dash. Is it? We can write here. Similarly, if we talk about here the velocity, so here at point A, what is there? In this direction a tangential velocity. So here I am writing here velocity is V. And this side here, let's take velocity is how much here? V dash is there. Is it? So this is the thing. Now after that what will happen that here you can see very well now. This O to A is what is this? This is the R. Is it? And O to B, what is given here? You can see R dash here. And let me see here the vector directions here. Yes or no? See. Is it? Now you know very well here. If we will see here, see. A is the initial point, B is the final point. So when I will draw one vector A to B, so that will be what here? That is given by delta R equal to R dash minus R. Is it? So here, this will be which vector? This will be the delta R is there. Delta R. No, because this is the vector R dash. This is the vector R is there. Is it? Here also if you wish, now you can put here the vector sign. Not a problem because vector is there now. So here also you can put the vector sign. Is it like this? Is there? No. So this is my which triangle? That is called here the radius triangle. Which triangle is there? Radius triangle. Similarly, if we talk about here the velocities, so you know very well in this direction velocity V is there. So here we can tell here this is the velocity V. Now after that you can see in this direction velocity V dash is there now towards point B. So towards point B means from point B. Is it? So what will happen that here I can write here V dash is there. So what is the direction of V? You can see here along A. What is the direction here? Along B. Now you can see here now A in this direction, B in this direction. Is it? So again what will happen that here? Again we will draw one vector from you can see here from point A to point B. That will represent here the change in velocity, that is called here the delta V. What is the delta V? Delta V we can write here V dash minus V. What is delta R? I can write here R dash minus R. Is it? And both these triangles will be very similar. So if in case, let's take for example this angle is delta theta, then this angle will be also how much here? Delta theta. Remember that here. And this is the which triangle? That is called here the velocity triangle here. Is it? Velocity triangle. Can we see here very well? Very important derivation, how we have drawn here the triangles. Is it? And you can see very well this change in velocity delta V should be along the center. That's why I have drawn the dotted line. Delta V should be along the center. Is it? So as both the triangles are similar, so what we can tell here, very important, delta R by R is equal to delta V by V. Is it? That we are going to see now. So see here, as a radius triangle and the speed triangle is similar, then what I have told you, we can write here, remember that here, this delta V by V is equal to delta R by R. Is it? And remember that here, if angle theta is small, now we want to know the instantaneous velocity. So if angle delta theta, I have told you, no, if angle delta theta is a very small, that means it will become here d theta. So in this situation what we can write here, this delta V will become here dV by V, instantaneous velocity is equal to dr by r. Now this is the, we have got it from this similar triangle. After that, let's see here the next one. See here, instantaneous acceleration acting towards the center of the circular path of the particle is given by. So what is the centripetal acceleration formula? Normally it is the acceleration but acting towards the center. That's why we will tell there the centripetal acceleration. This formula is used to be normally with basic, I am writing here, limit delta t tends to 0, and we can write here delta v by delta t. Is it delta v by delta t? Like this it is there. So as I have told you very well, angle delta theta is very small, time will be also very, very small. So what we can write here, this will become here dv by dt. What is this? Dv by dt, and that we know also. Then after that we can write here, see, this AC equal to, this is the 1 by dt. And what is the value of the dv from here? If you will see the value of a dv from here, so this dv value will be what here? You can see very well, v by r into dr here. Now let's take, I have given here equation 1. So dv value, what is given here? Kindly see here, v by r into dr. Is it from where? From 1. Okay, from 1. Now, so hence we can write here, this centripetal acceleration is given by here v, and r is constant anyhow, because uniform circular motion. And here what this will become here? dr by dt. Is it? See here, this dr. So this dr by dt. So what is this dr by dt? This dr by dt is again v. Is it? So we can tell here overall this AC is given by v square by r. This is the centripetal acceleration formula. And what is v? You know very well, since v is a dr by dt. Is it? I hope so. This derivation is very, very clear. Kindly see very well. Is it? So this is the derivation, we have got it. Now after that, remember that here the next one, centripetal force. What is the centripetal force? Because wherever acceleration is there, their force is also there. Is it? So see here, the net force acting on a particle performing circular motion towards the center of the circle is called what here? Centripetal force. Is it? So you know very well here from the Newton's second law of motion, F equal to ma, and you know very well the direction of the centripetal force is along the acceleration. Acceleration is towards the center, so force is also towards the center. Okay, so anyhow fc equal to mac we have written, so vector is not required here, so we can write here this fc equal to m. And what is the centripetal acceleration formula? What is the centripetal acceleration? V square by r. So what is the centripetal force here? Mv square by r here. Is it? So if in case I draw here one uniform circular motion situation, so let's take here, we know very well here, this is the speed v. Now we have grown up, so we'll just write here v instead of va, vb, vc, vd. Now this all v. And what is the force direction? Acceleration towards the center. So force also what will be there? This force also towards the center. So we can write here, this is the fc here. Is it? But very, very important, see here under the note, centripetal force is always provided by forces like frictional force, gravitational force, normal, reaction, tension, electric force, magnetic force, etc. Is it? Centripetal force is not any new kind of force came. This is always provided by this kind of forces. You are getting it? Is it? So here in this situation, remember that for each and every circular motion, whether uniform or non-uniform, centripetal force is compulsory. How much? mv square by r. And this force is provided by some external agents, like we have seen spring force, tension force, gravitational force, magnetic force, electric force, all this. Okay, remember it. And here you can see the next point is there. In uniform circular motion, work done or power delivered by centripetal force is always zero. How can we tell is work done is zero here? Remember that here we know what is the work done formula. The work done formula is given by dw equal to f into ds into cos theta. Yes or no? And here you know very well here instantaneous velocity means ds by dt. Direction of v and direction of ds is same. So you can see force and displacement is making how much angle? 90 degree. And whenever the angle this theta is 90 degree, what will happen? The work done will be how much here? Zero. If we see from the power point of view, the power formula is given by vector f dot vector v. And f dot v means fv cos theta. Theta how much here? Anyhow 90 degree between force and velocity. So here also power will be how much here? Zero. So we can tell anyhow, we can tell work is zero or we can tell power is zero. So because of this only in uniform circular motion, what will be there? Kinetic energy will be constant, or what we can tell here, the speed will be constant, and what I have told you, kinetic energy is constant. Why? Because we can tell work or power in a circular motion by the centripetal force how much here? Zero. Is it? Can you see here? So students, I hope so. This video is very, very clear to you. Keep studying, keep going.